There is something sitting on my heart this morning, God. I don't know how else to say it. It's not sharp. It's not sudden. It's more like something that settled in slowly, the way fog moves into a valley before anyone notices. And now it's just here, this heaviness, this quiet ache that I can't quite name, but I feel in everything I do. I didn't wake up crying. I didn't wake up in crisis, but I also didn't wake up light. And I think that's what makes this so hard to talk about, because there's no emergency, no single thing I can point to and say, that is why my heart feels like this. It's more like 100 small things pressed together until the weight became something I carry without realizing how much it costs me. And today, for some reason, I'm finally feeling the cost. So I'm coming to you this morning, not with answers, not with neat words, just with this heaviness and the honest admission that I don't know what to do with it anymore. Some days, I can push through. I can make the coffee, answer the messages, show up where I need to show up, and the heaviness stays in the background like noise I've learned to live with. But today it's louder, God. Today it followed me into this quiet moment, and I can't keep pretending it isn't here. I don't want to pretend anymore. I'm tired of treating my own pain like an inconvenience. Part of what makes my heart so heavy is the things I haven't been able to say out loud, the worries I swallow before they reach my lips, the fears I smile over because explaining them would take more energy than I have. The way I tell people I'm okay because the truth is complicated and I'm not even sure they'd understand if I tried. There's a loneliness in that. A loneliness that doesn't come from being alone, but from being surrounded by people and still feeling unseen in the places that matter most. And then the guilt comes, the quiet voice that whispers, maybe this heaviness means something is wrong with my faith, that a heart that truly trusted you wouldn't feel this way, that I should be further along by now, that real believers wake up with praise on their lips, not this dull ache sitting on their chest. But even as I hear that voice, something deeper in me pushes back, because I don't believe. You look at a heavy heart and see failure. I believe. You look at a heavy heart and come closer. You've always been drawn to the burdened ones, haven't you? The ones who couldn't lift their heads in the crowd. The ones who crawled to the edge just to touch the hem of your garment. The ones who had no prayer left except, help me. You never turned away from heaviness. You walked straight toward it. And so I'm asking you to walk toward mine this morning, not because I deserve it, not because my faith is impressive or my prayers are beautiful, but because your love has never once required me to qualify. I bring you the pieces I haven't shown anyone, the financial pressure that sits in my stomach before my alarm even goes off, the relationship that drains more than it gives, and I don't know how to fix it, the dream I was so sure about a year ago that now feels like it belongs to someone else's life, the fear, quiet and persistent, that maybe my best days have already passed and what remains is just getting through. I don't know if any of that is true, but it feels true, and feelings, even the wrong ones, still carry weight. Hold these things for me, God. I don't understand how you do it. I just know my hands are shaking, and my heart is asking for help the only way it knows how. And as I sit here, I realize I'm not the only one. The people I love, the ones I talk to every day, some of them are carrying hearts just as heavy as mine. My mother, who never complains, but whose eyes look tired in a way that has nothing to do with sleep. My friend who laughs the loudest, but texts me at midnight with questions that have no easy answers. People I'll pass today, strangers in grocery stores and waiting rooms, who are smiling through weight no one will ever see. So I hold them up to you too, not with eloquent words, just with the quiet hope that wherever heaviness presses down today, your presence would press back, that they would feel less alone than they believe they are. There's a verse I keep returning to when my heart gets like this. The psalmist said, "You are close to the brokenhearted, and you save those who are crushed in spirit." I hold that not as a formula or a magic phrase, but as a simple fact about who you are. Closeness is your response to pain, not distance, not lecture, not disappointment, just closeness. So I'm not going to ask you to make this morning feel perfect. I'm not going to ask for the heaviness to vanish as if it never existed. I want something more honest than that. I want to feel you inside this ache. I want to know that this fog is not the whole story, that underneath it, the ground is still solid, that you are still working in places I cannot see, still opening doors I don't know about yet, still weaving something out of these threads that look like nothing but mess to me right now. I choose to walk into this day carrying my heart exactly as it is, heavy and hoping and honest. I'm not going to wait until I feel strong to believe you're near. I'm not going to wait until the ache passes to call you faithful. This moment, right here, tired and fragile and still breathing, this is where I meet you. And I'm learning that this is enough. Go ahead of me today, Father, into the conversations I'm not ready for, into the decisions I keep putting off, into the quiet hours when my thoughts turn loud and the heaviness tries to tell me stories that aren't true. Be the steadiness I cannot manufacture. Be the peace that has nothing to do with my circumstances improving. Be the voice underneath every anxious thought that whispers, gently and without demand, I am still here. I open my hands this morning, not perfectly, not with confidence I don't have, but with the trembling honesty of someone who has learned that needing you is not weakness, it's the truest thing about me. And I believe, even when I can barely feel it, that you have never once ignored a heart that came to you, heavy and hoping. Thank you for not waiting until I was stronger to hold me. Thank you for sitting with me in the gray. Thank you for being the kind of Father who doesn't need me to perform joy in order to receive grace. I lean into that today, not because the heaviness is lifted, but because the one holding me is greater than anything pressing down. If this prayer reaches your heart this morning, if your chest feels tight with things you haven't been able to name, I want you to know something quiet and true. You are not weak for feeling this. You are not forgotten. And the God who sees everything, every hidden tear, every swallowed worry, every heavy morning you've walked through alone, He is sitting with you right now. Let Him stay. You don't have to explain it all. You don't have to fix yourself first. Just let Him be close. That is where the healing begins.